Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. This is a video to obviously announce my next 5 reads, as you'll see from the title, but also it is a little bit of a life update. There's been lots of things that have happened over the past couple of weeks, so much so that I was hoping that I would finish Jude the Obscure by now, and I am nowhere near finished reading it. So here's a little mini rundown of what happened. So the heat obviously been 27, 28 degrees every single day for well over a week now has meant that when I finished work and everything, I have been so tired and everything. I have just crashed out. It's suddenly turned into quite a scorcher of June, and so we should be getting temperatures should be dropping from today or after today. I can't remember which I'm very much looking forward to, but it's been a case of that when I finished work and everything, I've just been so lethargic. I just haven't had an interest in reading. I've been writing instead, which is, a second thing. So that has been filling up my time and taking away my focus from my reading. That's not a bad thing, because as I said, this channel that I wanted to do things, take my own time, etc. But there we go. Work got really intense to the point where I had to take some time off work because I got stressed out. So my brain was all over the place, and I finished work on Friday for my annual leave, and I actually extended my annual leave to be just under 2 weeks, so because I was just going to be off for a week starting tomorrow. But I had Friday off. I've got all of next week off, and then I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the following week, so I'm back on the 29th. So I got a bit stressed out. My dad retired, so obviously focusing on my dad and everything and all that lot. My mum then got ill with a chest infection, which she's still got, and it's been really bugging her, and she's not been well at all. And then my dad got admitted to hospital. We are hoping today he's going to have an operation. It's been an operation he's been really needing since January, but it just hasn't happened. And he's been waiting, and then he felt really ill and he was admitted to hospital. So hopefully today he'll get his operation, and then he can start, being on the mend and that. But so as you can imagine, I have not really been able to focus on Jude the Obscure. I was hoping to finish it this weekend, but I'm just like, because of my dad's possible operation today, I'm not going to be able to focus. I just know it. And tomorrow is my birthday. So it just and today is Father's Day. So that's really, 8 things. So it's just kind of like everything possible that could happen just happened, and it was just kind of like, what's going to happen today sort of thing. So because of that, I've decided to give myself a bit of extra time to get Jude the Obscure done. But because I'm off work now, that means that I could possibly get it to you midweek rather than having to wait till the weekend, because I'd be like catching a couple of hours here and there between work and everything else going on in my life. But Jude the Obscure review is coming. It's just going to take a little bit more time. So I thought to fill in the gap and give myself a little treat before tomorrow being my birthday, I'd announce what my next 5 reads are going to be. So here I am. It is 5 to 6 in the morning. I know it's crazy me filming this early, but it's just so cool right now. All my windows are wide open. You might be able to hear birds that are right outside my window chirping away. If you do, that's not a bad thing to listen to at this time in the morning. I look a mess, but quite frankly, after what's been happening over these 2 weeks and how hot it's been, you're lucky that I look like this, because I've been looking like a cherry with sweat pouring down my face for weeks. So be grateful that I don't look like that right now. But so I wanted to do something that would make me smile, and here I am smiling and everything. I'm going to announce what my next 5 reads are. So It's time to go over to the jar of randomness. So in here are book titles of books that I had picked out at the beginning of the year that I wanted to read, or get through as many of these this year. I've got all of the remaining ones the ones that are in this jar right here on my sofa next to me. So let's find out what those reads are going to be. Okay, book number 1. Oh, let's go for this one. The first one is a Kate Morton book. Oh my god. Yay. It is The Lake House. So Kate Morton, I read oh god, the title's just completely fallen out of my head. The Garden, hang on. Books to be listed here. The Forgotten Garden. I knew it was the blank garden, but I couldn't think what the word was in the middle. I read The Forgotten Garden. I absolutely loved that. And years ago, I'd read The Secret Keeper. And when I'd read The Forgotten Garden, I went on World of Books, which is an amazing secondhand online bookshop. And I got all the rest of Kate's books. So I'm going to be reading The Lake House by Kate Morton. Oh my God. So it says June 1933. A 16-year-old Alice Everdeen is preparing for her family's Midsummer Eve party at a country home. But by the time the midnight strikes and fireworks light up the night sky, the family will have suffered a loss so great that it will leave Linleith forever. Linleith is the name of the house. 70 years later, after a particularly troubled case, Detective Sadie Sparrow retreats to her beloved grandfather's cottage in Cornwall. Once there, she stumbles upon an abandoned house and learns the story of a baby boy who disappeared without a trace. Meanwhile, in her elegant Hampstead home, the formidable Alice Everdeen, now an old lady, leads a life of neatly plotted as best-selling detective novels that she writes, until a young police detective starts asking questions about her family's past, seeking to resurrect the complex tangle of secrets that Alice has spent her whole life escaping. Oh, I'm so excited. God, that would be so different from Jude the Obscure. Wow. So, first one, The Lake House. Let's move on to the second. Oh. Nearly smashed my jar when it was falling over. It's another Kate Morton. Oh my god, it is The Secret Keeper. So The Secret Keeper, as I just said, is the one that I had read previously, but like when I lived with my mum and dad, when I haven't lived with mum and dad for 8 years, it'll be 9 years in November. So that tells you how long ago it was. So 1961, on a sweltering summer's day with her family picnics by the stream on their Suffolk farm, 16-year-old Laurel hides out in her childhood treehouse, dreaming of a bright future she can't wait to seize. But before the idyllic afternoon is over, Laurel will have witnessed a shocking crime that changes everything. 2011, now a much-loved actress, Laurel finds herself overwhelmed by shades of the past. Haunted by memories and the mystery of what she saw that day, she returns to her family home and begins to piece together a secret history, a tale of 3 strangers from vastly different worlds, Dorothy, Vivian and Jimmy, who are brought together by change in wartime London and whose lives become fiercely and faithfully entwined. Shifting between 1930s and 1960s and the present day, The Secret Keeper is a spellbinding story of mystery and secrets, murder and enduring love. Oh, I'm so excited to get back to The Secret Keeper. So there we go, book number 2. If this is another Kate Morton, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. For book 3. Let's go. Let's go for this one. Oh, it's not. It is. Where are you? There you are. The Reader on the 627 by Jean-Paul, and I never pronounce his surname because I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, so I'm going to have to look up Jean-Paul's surname. So, Gillian Vinoles, I'm probably butchering that, I'm so sorry, lives on the edge of existence, working as a book pulping factory in a job that he hates. He has but one pleasure in his life, sitting on the 6:27 train each day. Gillian recites out loud to a rapt audience from the pages that he saved from the drawers of the pulping machine. But it is when he discovers the diary of a lonely young woman, Julie, a woman who feels as lost in the world as he does, that his journey truly begins. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, lovely. So there we go. The Reader on the 627. Right, book number 4 is, let's go for this one. Ooh. Oh, stop it. It's another Kate Morton. It's The Clockmaker's Daughter. There we are. So I think this is her most recent one that's in paperback, because she's I can't remember if it was earlier this year or maybe the end of last year that she published a new one. So this is the most recent paperback that's available. So, in the depths of the 19th century winter, a little girl is abandoned in a narrow street of London. Adopted by a mysterious stranger, she becomes in turn a thief, a friend, a muse, and a lover. Then, in the summer of 1862, shortly after her 18th birthday, she retreats with a group of artists to the beautiful house on the quiet bend of Upper Thames. Tensions simmer, and one hot afternoon a gunshot rings out. A woman is killed, another disappears, and the truth of what happened slips through the cracks of time. Over the next century and beyond, Birchwood Manor welcomes many newcomers but guards its secrets closely, until another young woman is drawn to visit the house because of a family secret of her own. As the mystery of the Clockmaker's Daughter begins to unravel, we discover the stories of those who have passed through Birchwood Manor since that fateful day in 1862. Intricately layered and richly atmospheric, it shows that sometimes the only way forward is to go through the past. Oh, okay. My God, if this is another Kate Morton as my last pick, I am going to scream, I swear to God. Right. Okay, let's go. Oh, let's go for this one. Okay. And it is... It's not Kate Morton, but it's one I'm happy about. It is The Lighthouse Witches by c.j.cooke. Wow. Okay. I got this because the concept just called out to me. And what cover is that? What a bloody good cover is that? So we have: upon the cliffs of a remote Scottish island, Lonhaven, stands a lighthouse that has weathered more than storms. Mysterious and terrible events have happened on this island. It started with a witch hunt. Now, centuries later, islanders are vanishing without explanation. Coincidence or curse? Liv Stay flees to the island with her 3 daughters in search of a home. She doesn't believe in witches or dark omens or hauntings, but within months her daughter Luna will be the only one of them left. 20 years later, Luna is drawn back to the place where her family vanished. As the last sister left, it's up to her to find out the truth. But what really happened at the lighthouse all those years ago? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so my next 5 reads in order will be The Lake House, The Secret Keeper, The Reader on the 627, The Clockmaker's Daughter, and The Lighthouse Witches. Oh wow, that has so cheered me up seeing the next 5 reads, and so much Kate Morton. I loved The Forgotten Garden. It was just, oh, mwah, chef's kiss, brilliant. So there we go. I have revealed my next 5 reads, so I will be back with Judy the Obscure as soon as I can. It might be middle of the week, it might not be for another week. It really depends on what happens, obviously, with everything with my dad and such. But yeah, I will keep you posted on that. And then I'll be back with my thoughts on The Lake House by Kate Morton. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.